Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. You're probably wondering why I'm carrying this many books. Well, these are all the books I've read this year. Actually, some of them I don't have with me, but I'll show them to you in a second. But these are all the books I've read this year, and in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys the books I've read, what I would rate them out of 10, and if I would recommend them to you, maybe give a brief summary of them. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so the first book or books I'm going to be showing you guys is a selection. I've actually already read this before this year, but I thought I'd include them because I reread them all this year. I have read these 10,000 times because I was so obsessed with them. They were like my entire middle school basically. They are such great books for middle schoolers or just I don't know, anyone, I guess. They're super cute, super romantic. They're great books. I would probably rate all of these an 8.5 out of 10. These are so great. I love these ones. When I first read them, they would probably be a 10 out of 10, but obviously I've reread them so much that they're probably lower in the rankings. So right now, these are an 8.5 out of 10. I would totally recommend these to people. These books are so great, and I've been trying to get my sister who is in middle school to read them, but she doesn't want to, so. The next book that I read this year, these are all in order of when I read them, by the way. Caraval.
Where do I even begin with this lovely creature?
This book, first of all, look at the freaking cover. This wins for cover, obviously, literally look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. But Caraval, what was actually kind of got me into reading this year. In middle school, I was kind of into reading, but literally all I did was just reread the selection 10,000 times. But this year, I was recommended this book, and so I read it, and this is what got me into reading this year. This book is the perfect mix of just fantasy, adventure, some romance, and just it's kind of dystopian. I don't know, it's just such a great book. It just follows these two sisters, Donatella and Scarlet. And Scarlet has been wanting to get into the games Caraval, run by Legend. And I don't know, it's just their experience in the Caraval games and stuff. And you know, Caraval, as you can see right here, remember it's only a game. A lot of Caraval isn't real, some of it is, and it kind of makes your brain hurt because you don't know what's real and what's not real. But this book, I would totally rate a 9 out of 10. This book is so great. I love this book. Okay, the next book is actually in the Caraval series, Legendary. Oh my gosh, this one also a beautiful cover. What?
Look at these two babies together. They're so pretty.
Legendary was by far my favorite book in the Caraval series. The Caraval series is a trilogy, so it has 3 books in it. Oh my gosh. This book is so amazing. The first book is in the sister Scarlet's point of view. This one is in Donatella's point of view, or what we like to call her, Tella. And Tella, in the first book, I guess you don't really like her, but this one, oh my gosh, she's absolutely incredible. And I don't know, this book is so amazing, better than the first in my opinion. This one just had me hooked from the beginning. This one is a 9.8 out of 10. Yeah, this one is so good. I totally recommend the Caraval series, guys, for sure. And while we're at it, I'll actually go with Finale. Finale was really great as well. This was a great book. I don't think it was as good as the other two, but still absolutely amazing. These covers are just so pretty. I love them so much. This one I would probably rate a... What did I rate Caraval? Maybe a 9 out of 10. So this one would be an 8.5 out of 10. This one is so... They're all so amazing. The Caraval series is just so... I don't know. It's very well written. This is the whole series together. As a whole, the series, in my opinion, is probably a 9 out of 10. It's so great. I totally recommend. Okay, this next series is actually by the same author of Caraval, and it follows a new character, but in the same world, I guess. Once Upon a Broken Heart. Okay, Once Upon a Broken Heart is a great series. One of the characters in Caraval is in this, but it, like, the main character point of view is a different person. Her name is Evangeline, I think is how you pronounce it, Evangeline. Yeah, this book series, this is also a trilogy. Okay. You Once Upon a Broken Heart stands, you guys are gonna get mad at me for this. I didn't love this.
What?
Wait, hold on. My redemption is in these two books, okay? These two ones. Just trust me on this, okay? The first book was hard for me to get into. I'm sorry, I just, like, it was a cute little, like, fairy tale thing, but, like, it did great, like, introducing the characters and the story and stuff. I just wasn't my favorite. This was kind of hard to get through. It started getting good, like, towards the end. If you know, you know. A lot of my friends recommended me this book after I read Caraval. And yeah, that one I would probably rate, like, a 6.5 out of 10. But hear me out, hear me out. The second book, The Ballad of Never After. You guys are going to be surprised about this rating after this rating. This is 6.5. This, a 10 out of 10. I'm not even joking right now. This book is magnificent. Like, it is absolutely incredible. Honestly, this book wouldn't be here without this book, so maybe I'll move this book up to a 7. This was a 7 out of 10, okay? This was
a 10 out of 10.
I don't know why, but it just got 10,000 times better in this book. This book was absolutely incredible. Like, oh my gosh, I loved this book. I didn't want it to end. I finished this in, like, one day. This one took me, like, a week and a half. That's okay, though. This one took me a day. Because this one is absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. I love this one. Totally recommend. This one is a 10 out of 10. Then this one, A Curse for True Love, is probably a 9 out of 10. This is the last book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. Oh, this one is so good too. There's so much romance in this one. This one is so romantic and I love it. So I'm sorry for the people who loved the first book. I didn't love the first book, but, like, I trusted it and went on to the second and third, and I was obsessed. They were absolutely incredible. So here is the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and I would totally recommend. Okay, the next book is actually, like, a pretty new book, and it's only one book. I'm pretty sure the author might be writing another book at this point, but this is the first book. It's called The Thieves' Gambit. The Thieves' Gambit was a very fun, adventurous, like, I don't know, it kept you on your toes. It was very, like,
Yeah.
it kept you on your toes. This was a very fun, adventurous one. I really enjoyed this one. This one was super fun. I would probably rate this one, like, I don't know, probably like a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. This one was really good. I would totally recommend this one. It's just super fun for those who love adventure and, like, action-packed. Like, this was totally action-packed. This one was a great one. So I totally recommend this one too. Okay, this next book was not really up my alley just because I love, like, fantasy dystopian stuff. And this was a true story, which is still great, but, like, this is Nowhere Girl. It's a memoir. A memoir means, like, in, like, a true story that's, like, in that person's, the author's perspective. So this is by Cheryl Diamond, I think is how you say it. This is just about, like, this book, it was crazy to me because I keep having to remind myself that this was, like, a real person and she was actually going through this. Her family had been, like, fugitives, like, since she was, like, born, basically. And so they move countries, like, every other week, basically, and, like, she doesn't think anything of it. And, like, her family's kind of crazy and kind of awful, but she doesn't realize that till the end. And this book literally goes from her perspective from age, I believe, age 6 to age 30. So, like, this is a great book if you love, like, that sort of stuff. It was kind of hard for me to get into just because I'm not really into, like, true stories, I guess. But if you are into that kind of stuff, I feel like you would love this, and this is a great read. It was a very interesting, great read, and I pretty much, very much enjoyed it. I would probably give this one, like, a 7.5 out of 10. That's just my opinion, though. For you guys who love, like, true stories and stuff like that, I feel like you would love this. I would recommend this to you guys. Okay, next, for all my Hunger Games lovers, which I am such a big Hunger Games stan. Okay, this, I love Hunger Games, and my mom got this for me as a little like present as soon as it like came out. Oh my gosh, this book, it's in Haymitch's point of view. If you don't know about Hunger Games, it's like he was the mentor for Katniss in her Hunger Games, and this is about his Hunger Games. His was a quarter quell, which is like some like special like thing that happens every 25 years and has a different condition, kind of. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but like his condition was double the tributes. So I believe 48 tributes, and he...
Obviously, he's alive, so I'm pretty sure you guys know that he won.
But like this book, oh my gosh. Let me just say, this book had me sobbing. Like more than any other Hunger Games book, like more than I cried for like Rue. And two other people, if you're Hunger Games fans, you probably know who I'm talking about, who dies in Mockingjay. Two people, my two favorite people. But this one made me sob, and it just made me be like, hey Mitch.
It's okay that you drink. Drink all you want, Betty.
But this book was so great. It really just like, what's the word, capsulized the world of Hunger Games, and it just like, it was really a great story and brought so many characters from the other Hunger Games like into this book, like Effie, Beetee, Wyrus, Mags, you know, it just, this book was so great.
What was that?
I would rank this book probably an 8.9 out of 10. This was such a great book. This is one of my favorite Hunger Games books. This one was so great. Like, I absolutely love this one, and I'm so excited for the movie. So if you have read Hunger Games and you like Hunger Games, I totally recommend this book. Can I be completely honest? I don't know where to start with this book that I'm about to show you. Because I'm just going to say right now, this is my favorite book I have read this year. It was the book that I read the fastest. I was most intrigued by. Like, every page I was like, you know, usually books, like, they have like the really intriguing parts and like sometimes just like a little die down. This one kept me intrigued the entire time, and I fell in love with the characters, quite literally. I'm just gonna show you. This book, I don't get how people don't like this book. Okay, listen. This book was so great. Like, the characters and the storyline and everything. People keep saying that like they stole some stuff from like other books, like Hunger Games and stuff. And I guess it does have some similarities, but like this book is completely stands on its own. It's such a beautifully written book. It is in the perspective of two characters. It usually goes like every other chapter, but sometimes it's different, of Paedon and Kai. And Kai is an enforcer meant to kill ordinaries. I don't want to like spoil too much right now. I'm just going to do this really quick. And Paedon is an ordinary, but like they end up meeting up, and like their story, it's just such a beautifully written book. It's so amazing. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Completely recommend. Now this next book I don't have with me right now because my friend is actually borrowing it at the moment, but I do have like the hard copy. I have it. I just, you know, I don't have it with me. But Reckless, which is the second book of Powerless. Oh, Reckless. Reckless was absolutely amazing too. If you are a bookworm, you understand this term. The banter was bantering so hard. If you love banter, you are going to love this series. Absolutely love it, because like,
Oh my gosh, I can't even start with Reckless.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Reckless was a 10.5 out of 10. Yeah.
I said that.
Seriously, Reckless and Powerless, so good. The characters are so good. The banter, if you love banter, which for those of you who don't know, you know, like, like kind of like argument, like sometimes friendly, sometimes not. Oh my gosh, the banter's so hard. Okay, this is why I say for those bookworms. because I just realized the other day that some people don't know what banter means. It might just be like a book talk term or something, like for book people. Like I told my friend, I was like, I totally recommend this book. Like, she's not a reader, but I was like, if you want to start reading, read this book. The banter was bantering. She's like,
Like, what the heck does that mean?
I'm like, the banter was bantering? She's like,
Yeah, what the heck is banter?
I'm like, you will know once you read it. So that book was absolutely amazing. And next, the third book in the series, this is also a trilogy, is Fearless. Fearless I have not read yet, because I like just finished Reckless actually, and I still need to get Fearless. So please comment down below your ratings of Fearless and tell me if I should read it. Recommend it to me. Of course, I obviously already am. I'm so excited for Fearless, bro. But I will let you know my rating on that once I read that. Okay, this last book I kind of forgot to put in there because it's literally so forgettable. Yeah, I don't have it with me because I was forced to read it for English class. It's something called To Kill a Mockingbird. The way I feel about this book is a deep hatred. And it's great writing. I get why it got like all those beautiful prizes and stuff for like great writing. The storyline was so boring. I actually hated that read. And I'm so sorry to that author. The writing was beautiful.
Hated the read.
I absolutely hated it. It was so hard to get through. But I had to read it. So that was literally like a 2 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was a 2. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Here are all the books that I mentioned. And there's 3 more that I mentioned that I do not have with here right now, which is Reckless, Fearless, and To Kill a Mockingbird. But I read so many books this year, and really, I need to set those down while I'm doing my outro, bro. But all those books, let me know if you've read these. Let me know your ranking down in the comments, because I want to know. I want to know your opinion on these. Most of these I know that I was literally obsessed with. Some of them not. But yeah, I hope that you guys were able to gain some information from this today. I hope that you guys hopefully got some book recommendations, that you wanted to read any of these. Most of these, the books that I would recommend to you right now, the Caraval series, the Powerless series, and the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Those are the 3 series that I would recommend most out of these, which is basically that entire thing. But I also, oh my gosh, and Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh my gosh, yes, and The Selection. You know, that's a lot of books, but hopefully let me know if you've read any of these books, and I hope that I inspired you to read some of these books. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time.